where you're watching me from. For the new subscribers, welcome to Mama K Boys YouTube channel. I love you, we love you, we appreciate you, God bless you, and thank you for sticking with us, and thank you for subscribing. And for the family who's already subscribed, I love you. How you guys doing? And I know back in my country, kids have gone to school. Kids went to school this week. May the Lord bless our children. May the Lord protect them from the enemy. May the Lord cover those kids with the blood of our Lord Jesus Christ when they're in boarding school, because there are a lot of issues coming up with boarding school, especially from my country, kids banning school. God bless those kids. God protect them, because they're away from their parent. And the kids who are doing their school, may the Lord bless them, protect them as they go to school. And I just love kids, And the reason why I love kids, because these kids, they're our generation for tomorrow. And I always tell parents, taking care of our children, protecting these kids, loving them, it's like a loan. It's a loan you're loaning to these kids. And guess what? The way you bring up your kids, it's gonna determine how they're gonna take care of you on your old age. You're gonna need these kids when you grow ill, because you're aging. Nobody is gonna remain how they are. Like me right now, I'm turning 32 on Friday. I'm so excited. I'm thankful to God, and I don't know, I'm out of words. I just love this God. He's been faithful in my life. He has blessed me, and he has protected me with the kids. Where we were thrown by the enemy, that's not where we remained. When I look at my life, I look my life like a seed. Wherever a seed is thrown, or wherever you dump the seed, it's just gonna grow. So I always look at my life as a seed, and I want you to look at your life as a seed. As a single mom, as a single dad, you have that child, one of the parent has walked away, has gotten married again because of just their own selfishness. I want you to look your life and the life of that child as a seed, as a seed. Remember, a seed will grow. A tree always stand firm like a tree. Make sure your roots are very strong, and nobody can shake you, and nobody can insult you because of your status. Even when friends, couples, they choose not to hang out with you, always remain that firm and strong person, unshakable. Do not let your status determine what other people think about you. No, let what you think about yourself, people see that and people receive that, but do not let people, what they determine or what they think about you, say who you are. That one, I say a big no to that. So you determine who you are, and you give to the world what you are, and the world receive what you give them. Right? So remember what I've told you. Remember that part very well. Whatever you're doing to your kids, it's a seed you're planting. And in few years, you will need those kids to take care of you. You may be enjoying right now, you're provoking the mother of your child with child support. You see yourself, you're winning, you are everything out there. You're in the club drinking, buying people alcohol. But remember, at the end of the day, at the end of the world, the people who remain in your life is your family, your children. We have seen many, many men walk away, they marry, they start dating, and this woman stay very focused, stand with the family, stand with the kids, protect her family, protect her home. And these men, they come back when they are homeless, when they don't have money, when they are empty, when they are sick. They just come as garbage, because the world entertained you and they received you as a user, because they were using you. The world was using you. The world was taking what they were getting from you, because the people who receive you outside there when you're not taking care of the family. They're using you. They're with you because of what they're gaining, what they're having from you, what they're consuming. You know, it's not you. It's not them who they're giving. Because if they're giving you, they don't need you. Right? So it's you who is giving them. So that's why they want you at that moment. And the moment you stop giving them what you were giving them, they throw you away. They don't want you. They jump to the next person who is the same as you, who is not complete, who is empty. So at the end of the day, I always say, you're a mom there. You know, this husband has walked away and he has left you with this kid. One thing, never lose focus. Never lose focus with your children. Never lose focus with your home. And I know it's not easy as I'm saying it, but look at those kids. Let those kids give you strength. You know, as you're losing hope, look at those kids. You know, don't allow your enemy to win. No, don't give your enemy that power. That man has walked away. You know, he's going clubbing every day with that girl. You're seeing the pictures are being posted on social media. It happened to me, and I said on my platform, I'm just going to be talking what I've gone through, because what I've gone through is what I can be able to share with you, and what I can talk about it better. So at that moment when people are doing that, when they're doing that, is when you need to remain focused, and is when you need to pray, and is when you need love from your family. You may not have love from everybody. Only one person is enough to give you love, and only one person is enough to tell you, you got it. You know, I'm with you, and I'm gonna walk with you together, and you got it. That's all you need, and God. You know, and always remember, this person wants to see you down. So always remain strong because of these kids. I don't advocate for single parenting, for single mom or single dad and a child. Somebody asked me, are you a proud single mom? I didn't return that question, and I'm gonna answer you if you're gonna hear it. I'm not a proud single mom, but I'm a proud woman that I am. I'm a proud, strong woman that I am. Because when I started my family, I never started it to be a single mom. I started my family for me to bring up my kids with their father. You know, because I believe happy children are happy children who are brought up by both parents. You know, that's my belief. And that's what I was looking for when I was entering into marriage and when I was getting my kids. I believe in family. I love family. The people who follow me on my platform, they know that. You know, I'm a family person, and I respect marriage institution, and I pray for marriage institution. And for the people who are going through challenges, cheating in their marriage, I pray for that marriage. You know, and if you guys can hear me, if you guys can sit down, go for therapist, you know, talk it out. Sit down and evaluate what is making you guys to fight. That would be the best thing you can ever do. Because at the end of the day, even if you move on and you go get someone else, what difference are you making? Nothing. We are all the same outside here. After some time, this person, you're gonna see the real person. So this mother of your kids or this father of your children, why don't you sit with that person? Tell this person how you want to be loved, how you want to be treated, you know? And this man, you to speak. Tell her, I want you to dress like this. I want you to love me like this. I want you to take care of me like this. It's all about communication. And once you do that, we're going to be protecting our kids. And we're going to be making our kids to live a very happy life. A life full of fulfillment. A life full of joy. And these kids, they're going to grow knowing they're loved. You know, when you neglect your child, do you know what that child goes through? That child feels like you're not proud of him or her. You know, you're putting a wound in your child, a wound that nobody will ever heal that child from. You know, and you sleep there as a very proud person, you know. You're being taken to court for you to take care of your child, sincerely speaking. And you kneel down and you go to church and you give the highest tithe. Which God do you think is going to bless you? The Bible says a person who neglects his family, he's worse than non-believer. It's not me, it's the Bible, it's God who says that. There's no way you will go and bless outside there, go to church, sing, praise, give the highest tithe, and your kid is not going to school, your kid is sleeping hungry, your kid is being fed by other men, and you say that God is going to bless you. Which God is going to bless you? God will not bless you. You know, your karma is coming. You know, God is going to bless this kid to a point that you're going to be ashamed and guilt when you look at this child and you remember all the things that you have done. And I always say, the Bible says love is a must, but relationship is a choice. I know you're seated there, you're saying, oh, you know, at the end of the day, my kids are going to come and look for me. At the end of the day, I'm their dad, I'm their mom, they're going to come and look for me. Remember, you don't have a relationship with these kids. Yes, they'll come look for you, but there's no relationship. So get that clear, you know? Get that clear. They will come look for you, but there's no relationship. They will forgive you for them to have closure and for them to have peace in their life, but you guys don't have a relationship. When their mom is sick, she's in the hospital, she's been taken to a hospital, and you're sick, the priority is their mom, because that's where their relationship is. They don't have a relationship with you. They'll even buy you a car, they'll build for you, that is fine. They'll pay for you insurance, but remember, you guys don't have a relationship. What is more important? I'd rather have a relationship with my kids and lack material things, because relationship is everything. Relationship is fulfilling, you know. You know, that's the most important thing you need. That relationship, hugging that child, you know. This is the bones of your bones, the blood of your blood. How would you love someone else and you don't love your child? How would you be controlled by another person, another man, another woman, and you forget your child? How stupid are you? What has gotten into you? You know, what has gotten into you? You know, remember, these kids, they are the generation of tomorrow. You are growing old. You will not remain like that forever. You know, you will not remain like that forever. You never know about tomorrow. You may get sick. You may get disability. And these are the children who they're going to walk in your life. Because I say, the world will leave, but your family will remain. But your children will never turn against you. No matter who you are, no matter how sick you become, those kids will stick there. They will wash you. They will take care of you. Why don't you protect them now when you have the power? Why don't you protect them now when they're little? Why don't you show them love now when they're little? And for the women who you're making these men not to take care of their kids and to forget their children, let me tell you, you're doing it very wrong. And me, I wouldn't date such a man. I respect men who take care of their kids. I respect a man who love and protect their child. That man, I will date that man. But a man who doesn't take care of a child, I meet up with a man and he tells me, oh, my baby mama is taking me for child support. I will not talk even with that man even for 2 minutes. That's the end of it. That puts me off. Because if you're doing that to your child, what are you not going to do to me? You know, you're evil. You're not human. You don't have a heart. You know, you shouldn't be taken to child support to take care of your child. Automatically, you should take care of your child. Because that child belongs to you. You know, that is your product. That is a blessing from God to you. God trusted you with that child. I always say there's no child that comes by mistake. God already has trusted you with that child. God has given you that child for you to take care of that child, protect that child in this cruel world. Then, unfortunately, you turn to be the devil to this child. Guys, some people will not see heaven, I'm telling you. You know? Guys, love your kids. Me, I'm an advocate of kids. I love kids. I'll advocate for kids anytime, anywhere. Because I always say these kids, they don't have the power. They're very powerless. If you don't give them love, they shrink. You know? Another day, Junior, that was last year when Junior started going to kindergarten. And he came home, he told me, Mommy, I'm not happy with you. I asked Junior why. He told me, because you broke up with Dad. And you know why Junior felt that? Because Junior has been staying home. That was it. Because after COVID, when COVID started, he stopped going to school. So Junior has never been been in school seeing both parents taking their kids. So when Junior went to school now, he started seeing reality of life, seeing dad, mom taking their kids to school, and Junior is here. So Junior was very sad, and he wished he had that family, that dad, mom is taking him to school, dad is dropping him in school, mom is picking him in the evening. He wanted to have something that he can, he can be proud with to his friends in school. But this kid is lacking that. Do you want to tell me that God is gonna bless the dad where he is by him choosing to do this to his children? No. This child, his tears and his cry is going straight to God. So I'd like to tell parents, stop being selfish. Being involved in your children's life. You may stop loving the mom, but that does not make you that you're not a father to that child. You separating or you starting a relationship outside, that does not stop you being a mom or a dad. So you should always remember that. Relationship has ended, we have divorced, but that does not stop you from being a dad or a mom to that child. That role should not stop. Don't stop being selfish. Stop being evil to your children. Stop hurting your kids. Love your kids. And then you find a woman who is with that man. She say, oh, I'm very happy. He forgot about his children. It's now me and my child. Woman, be very careful. Be very careful with such a man. Because the same way he forgot his children, the same way he will forget your child. Because that is him. He has already showed you who he is. But you find women, they're very stupid, very naive. They will say they love such men. Who would love a man that forgets his children? A man who doesn't talk to his kids? Who? Like, guys. Hey, I don't know. Maybe I'm different. But for me, I wouldn't. I would love a man who will call his children, who will plan vacation with his children, and my child, they're all involved. I would love to be in a godly environment, in a happy environment, and put selfish aside and focus on the kids. So remain with what I've told you, that you are loaning these kids to take care of them, and one day they're gonna pay it back to you. How do you want these kids to pay it back to you? How do you want these kids to pay it back to you? Because the way what you have given them, that's how they're gonna give it back to you. So be very careful with what you're doing to them and what you're giving them, because one day you're gonna be the receiver, and you don't want to be the receiver cussing those kids. Let me tell you, there are curses that even God does not hear them, because they don't make sense to God, and God has seen how you run your race as a parent. So I love you guys, and thank you so much for the new subscribers. And please share, and please let's focus on our children. Let's love our kids, and yeah. So I love you guys. God bless you, and take care of yourself. Until the next video. Bye bye.